Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my tube here. I have been worked for IRS for a long time. I have been in private practice for 41 years. I am a national expert when it comes to IRS matters. I kind of pull the curtain back when I can and tell you what IRS really does on cases. There's a lot of crap on the internet of people prognosticating and think they know what they're doing, but unless you've worked at IRS and worked thousands of cases, you kind of I'm just telling you, you got to be really careful who you choose to listen to. It's a real crap show out there. I just want to talk to you today about if you made a payment agreement with IRS. I'm guessing that 70% of all payment agreements are broken by taxpayers. I know when I was working at IRS, people who got in payment agreements, usually by the second year, third year, they couldn't keep that agreement anymore. So it's normal. You're not the first person. You're not going to be the last person to have broken a payment agreement. But so what's next when you do that? Well, you want to make sure all your tax returns are filed. IRS is going to check on that. They want to make sure that you're not running up debt. That's really big. You know, as an agent, the first two things you're taught is you want all tax returns filed, and the taxpayer, if you're self-employed, making estimate payments, or if you're a W-2 wage earner, you want to make sure that your wages, your W-2s are going to be paid. I mean, your W-4 is going to have enough on there so at the end of the year you're not going to owe tax. It's really, really important. Those two things are like critical when you're an IRS agent or an employee working the case. So what's going to happen if you can't keep your agreement with IRS? And don't feel bad about it. So many people break them. You got to be prepared to get your payment agreement reinstated, and that most of the time means you have to call IRS and give them a new 433D financial statement. If you're with a revenue officer, it could be more problematic. They're going to do a much deeper dive. So anyway, if that has broken, you want to go ahead. If you have a professional do it, they're obviously going to know what to do. You call us. It's not a really big deal. If you want to do this yourself, you're going to want to have reasons and show IRS why all this has happened. You can't just say I didn't want to pay. The big thing that everyone has to know is IRS is going to employ their national standards program, which is kind of unfair, but they do. The national standards mean IRS isn't going to use your expenses for most of the stuff. They're going to use theirs, and that's really what kills people. There's ways to get around that, but if you have defaulted, some of you get the CP 523 letter to let you know about that. But if you don't respond to that, IRS is going to start sending bank levies and wage garnishments out. Just to let you know, that's kind of the process. You are going to have to call them at some point in time, so don't let this lag. Many people, they've just had a hit, they've got more expenses, their income dropped, and IRS is just going to have to understand that we fight for that. So anyway, if you need me, when you call my office, you speak directly to me. I pick up the phone, no one else does. If you're going to do it yourself, call the 1-800 number with IRS. Give me a subscription if you would. I try to give you what you want. You can contact me by email. Thank you so very much. I appreciate the subscription.